I think I forgot, so we're just going to go live right off the bat. There ain't going to be no introduction.
I wish you'd get rid of those.
Well, we're live.
Good evening, no matter
Yeah,
where you
I think we're just going to have to go good evening.
Yes, there you go.
Well, it says we've been live for half a minute.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody said anything off the
It
wall.
can't be no half a minute. Jeez.
40 seconds.
Yeah.
40 seconds. All right. Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. I hit the button go live and I forgot to hit the intro.
Boom, boom,
well,
boom, boom, boom.
I warned the guys before we started that I had put up a canopy over my ATV and I've been up and down the ladder all afternoon and my back was really, really killing me. So I took a pain pill. And I didn't even think about it. About 30 minutes later, I went like, yeah, my back is still killing me. I need to take a pain pill. I took 2 pain pills. Well, I'm not supposed to take 2 pain pills back to back. Well, so I will tell you this much. I'm not feeling any pain. So.
Well, have you got the wife set up to come out there and poke you if you fall asleep?
Yeah, so we're pretty well just good evening and let's talk shop with Russ, and here we are. And hey, you know what? It fits the description of what we say the night show was: Pandemonium Overload,
Pandemonium Outbreak.
Yeah, that fits the description. Let me talk about my wonderful sponsors. Devotable Technologies for web design, development, hosting. Visit devotable.com. FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Clean Swore, the sanding specialist, woodworkingshop.com. And Seiko, the scroll saw specialist, seiko.com. And Al, tell us where we can find you.
Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop on YouTube. Kilroy 79763. Everywhere else, just Google it. You'll find me. You'll find me on Twitch, 2 p.m. on Sunday. And good to be here. Pandemonium.
Paul
Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. And I apologize for any noise that you hear. I'm going to keep my mic muted. I got my 3D printer printing back here, so I'll keep muted most of the time. But thanks for having me on, Russ.
I don't think we can hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh, then I'll stay unmuted.
That's Al doing that. Al, quit.
Yeah, he doesn't. My printer sounds a little different than Al.
It's Al doing it. It's not you. All right, Jim. Driveway Workshop.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop. You can find me here in my basement.
Jim, I see you down in your basement, Jim.
Dixon Hoffman.
Oh, hi, I'm Dixon Hoffman. You can find me at hoffmansignsandDecals.com, and I don't travel much, so I'm always at home. I came out of the basement one time, got scared, went back down.
Donald.
And I'm not Dixon Hoffman. I'm Donald Matthews from Donald Vlogger's Wood Shop. I've got, my YouTube channel, Donald Vlogger's Wood Shop. All my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you'll find links to it there. And I got a website called redneckknowhow.com. And that's pretty much me.
Just to go through, we have Rusty Nails Wood Shop.
Hey,
Aussie Man's out there as always. Aussie Man's always here. Lynn's have handcrafted wood designs. I'm trying to go through. Brooks Martin. He's kind of new. Brooks, thank you for being here.
Hello, Brooks.
Aussie Man already said. JJE. Michelle Marcoux.
Bonsoir.
Anyway, anybody, y'all see anybody out there you want to bring up or look through and say hi to or thank you all for being out there? Jeff Walsma.
Hey,
I think I hope I'm pronouncing his name. Just Balsamos out there on Facebook. And yes, we are monitoring Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch all at the same time. So Brian Warner just showed up over there on Facebook. So thank you all for. We didn't have any plans for tonight. Actually, I was going to cancel the show. My daughter had invited us out this afternoon to go to her their house, and they have a bouncy house, and they're having some fun and everything, and all that kind of stuff going on. And my wife went like, we're supposed to go out to my daughter's house tomorrow for Mother's Day because her husband, Justin's mother and grandmother are going to be there, and then Nancy is going to be there, and several other people are going to. So we're going to a Mother's Day party tomorrow afternoon. And Nancy went like, I just like to have a nice afternoon of just vegetation, just sitting in the house and doing nothing. My wife, have y'all ever heard of the Bigfoot game?
You told us about it last week. I forgot to look it up. You said it's a lot of fun.
My wife loves this.
I live the Bigfoot game.
Oh yeah.
My wife loves the Bigfoot game. So she said this afternoon, she goes, if we just stay at home, will you want to play Bigfoot with me? And so we played like 2 or 3 rounds of Bigfoot this afternoon on the computer this afternoon. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Bigfoot game, huh?
Yeah, it's a cool game. You get it on Steam. You have to download it off of Steam or whatever. I have a Steam account and she has a Steam account, but we downloaded it and we played Bigfoot this afternoon. And she is a Bigfoot fanatic. I told her, I want to tell you what I told her the other day. I am, and I'm seriously considering this. I'm going to hire somebody to get to, we had the 50 acres, and then we go out there with my son-in-law, they have the 250 acres or whatever. I'm going to hire somebody to dress up in a Bigfoot outfit so that when we go on our ATV and go riding, they're going to pop out. Now, my point being is my wife has a heart condition. My wife has a heart condition. This is no ifs, ands, or buts. She has a heart condition. So I have to rethink. Yeah, I have to rethink this thing because it might literally scare her to death. And I'm laughing at it, but it's not laughing at it because it literally might scare her to death. But I told my her daughter Ashley, I said, I want to hire somebody to jump out, and she goes, you better be careful. She goes, she has a heart condition. I'm like, yeah, that might just actually she fall over dead,
or might end you up in the Bigfoot house.
Yep.
Yeah, it could, but she's into this Bigfoot stuff, man. I'm serious. She watches all the stuff on there's channels. What is it? The educational channels like Discovery and all that.
Yeah, my wife does too.
PBS,
yeah. They're just trying to find Bigfoot. They go out and look for him and everything. She's into this Bigfoot stuff. That's all I gotta say.
I was checking this out. Me and my roommate were talking about it the other day, and I went online and I found this map that showed the areas of the United States that had the most Bigfoot sightings. They all lined up on the East Coast. They all lined up in Moonshine Country. On the West Coast, they all lined up in Pot Country.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Aussie Man wants, Aussie Man says, do you hunt Bigfoot in the game? No, you don't hunt Bigfoot. He comes after you. There ain't no hunting him. He comes after you. And so, yeah, it's a fun game. We've got our grandchildren. Sometimes we can get 5 or 6 people on there. Our grandchildren will play with me and her. We're here at the house, and they play online with us, and it's a fun game. He'll kick your butt. He'll kick your butt. There's some things you get a propane tank, like you get in a cabin, right?
Ooh.
You get inside this cabin and you put the propane tank at the door. So when he breaks through the door, you shoot the propane tank and it blows up and cause him damage. You have traps for like bear traps. You can put meat in it and he'll go and step into them and it'll cause him damage. So it's I mean, you get different guns and then you find codes that you can access to
Bigfoot
get into
codes.
safes to get bigger guns, like you can get an AK-47, in other words. Oh yeah. So it is a cool game. It's fun, and it fits right along with my wife's fascination about Bigfoot. Now, I will tell you this much. I know without a shadow of a doubt, we have over the past 10 years found things in the ocean and different places that they thought were extinct. Different animals, different creatures, or what they thought they were extinct. They weren't around anymore, and they found them again. So I want to make this just publicly out there for news access.
Live.
Do I believe in Bigfoot? Not really, but in the same aspect, I'm not stupid enough to think that there could be something out there that we just ain't found yet. So, and that just goes along with Martians.
Yes.
Do I really believe in Martians? No. But am I stupid enough to think that there are so many worlds out there that there couldn't be another civilization? You know, I'm not closed-minded. Let's put it that way. So
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that God put all his eggs in one basket.
yeah, and that's true. I mean, so I don't know. You know, God is a God that if he could create this planet and this universe, who's to say that he didn't create other planets and other things going on those planets? He's a great God. So I'm not going to leave it open to, you know,
And if
I guarantee you one thing. If I die tomorrow, I'm going to find it all out. It'll all be exposed. I mean, I'll find everything that's known. So,
and if you want to go to evolution route, are we really so arrogant as to believe that in all the quadrillions of stars and planets out there, we're the only oops?
yeah, and I agree with you, totally 100%.
So let me get this straight. So God is a chicken farmer and he has eggs and he doesn't put all his eggs in one basket so that
And he bakes more than one loaf.
okay, I just wanted to get that straight.
You gleaned that from this conversation?
Yeah, I know. I just I feel for Al. Sometimes I love him to death, but I think his elevator don't go to the.
Come on, guys. It's content, guys. Come on, man.
Just think about the
go
people
there.
who got to live with us 24/7.
All right, now look at the chat. What people are saying. I believe
Pandemonium.
Brian Warner says I believe in Bigfoot or Rogua or whatever. They're out there. So see, Just Walsman said evolution, Russ. So see, we all have the same feeling. I mean, come on. It's been scientific knowledge. They just have reported that they have went down in the sea and found things that they thought were extinct, and they're not extinct. They're still here. So,
Hoffa was down there.
yeah. So it's so impossible. They also, without a shadow of a doubt, we have never explored every single inch of this earth.
They've also found living bacteria and stuff in places they thought no life could exist.
There you have it. So is it impossible for a Bigfoot to exist? I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think it's real, but in the same aspect, I'm not stupid enough to say it couldn't be.
Excuse me, have you ever watched Star Trek?
I've made a point.
Hello.
I've made a point. Hey,
And-
listen. Wait. Just because they're not out to get you, don't mean they're not out to get you. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bigfoot
No, but I'm
could
just,
possibly
I'm just
be
being
out there.
realistic. And they say that we have been consistently visited by other planets. All right, God in the Bible specifically said he made the earth, and the first man was Adam, and he gave him a helpmate, which was Eve. You show me in the Bible where it says he did not make other planets. It doesn't say that.
Well, it doesn't say he did either.
And if you
Maybe
read
that
I
rock
could
was
show
missing.
you, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going there.
if you read it,
There is
if you
no
read
such
about
thing.
Adam and Eve,
There is no such thing, and there's no such thing as Bigfoot. But I'm gonna stay.
Well,
on it.
and Dixon, I understand
This
what
is
you're
the
saying.
only planet. You can dream all you want that they're going to Mars. They ain't going anywhere.
I-
So let's ask the question. What
Dixon,
does the Bible
you're not going to
say
start an argument with me because I understand what you're saying and I totally
Mhm.
believe in what you're saying in the same aspect. But I'm not so closed-minded to say that there's a possibility.
all I'm
Yeah.
saying is with a jug of Appalachian finest and a big old fatty, anything's possible.
Anything.
James Parker, did I get my other book? Yes, I got all the books, and James, I got to go do that. James, I got all the books, and I told you, I think it was last show, that the piece that you sent me that was the woodworking piece was totally like broken in so many pieces. Well, James actually sent me a
Thing of glue.
picture of what it was supposed to be. So I'm going to put you in charge, Al, while I'm gone.
Well, wait, I'm putting proof that the Bible does talk about Bigfoot.
You
in
mean-
Genesis
you mean-
25.
You mean he
So
gave
you may
you?
not want to leave me.
You mean he gave you Star Trek magazines or sent you books? Star Trek.
Yes, he sent me the
Ooh.
same books. He
can't
sent
wait
me
to
some
see
books.
him.
Like, I'll bring all the books. Anyway, Al, you're in charge until I get back.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm
Boy,
God,
can
he
you,
really
can
is
you
not
handle
getting
the pressure, Al?
In Genesis 25:25 is the proof.
Hey, Al, you better take some pain pills.
Oh
There
man.
are stories of giants in the Bible, just saying.
Oh, I don't want to get into it. I can tell
Me
you
Oh,
why.
God.
Me neither.
I can
I'm
tell
not
you
going
why. I
there.
don't want to get into it. It's got to do with spiritual and Satan and why there were giants, and I'm not made it with humans, and
Hey,
I'm not going to get
Bigfoot
into
is
it.
the Sasquatch. In American, the Native American name is Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And it's a creature of North American legend. Some
Legend. You
consider
got
it to
that
be
right.
very large.
All of this stuff, just show me one. Show me one. Same with the Martians. Just show me one. Can't do it. I go by scientific. Can't show me one. Show me a Sasquatch. It ain't happening. It's all
Well, I'm
fantasy
just
world.
saying, I'm bipartisan. I'll pick on those who do believe. I'll pick on those who don't believe.
So you believe
Hey, Jimmy D's here.
that Bigfoot is hairy and Bigfoot is not hairy? Is that bipartisan?
Well, he's got to be hairy to survive the cold.
Okay.
Come on,
But what if
Al.
he's in the South then?
Well, then he sheds.
Yeah. Then he doesn't have any hair. I mean, it's obvious. So that's for those that don't believe in Bigfoot. There's the proof there.
Now,
Yeah,
now is
Dixon
now
is
is the
playing
time where
picture.
you can turn this show in whatever direction you want because you're in charge.
Probably
Dixon
south.
is
You know
playing
whether Bigfoot exists or don't exist has anything to do with me. When I'm lost in the woods, deserted, and I'm hungry, what's he taste like?
Yeah. All right, I'm back.
What do I hit him in the
So,
head with? And what
Good,
does it
Russ.
taste like?
I was running the show into the ground.
James Parker sent me, and thank you, James, sent me some StarCraft books, like he sent Al, and I didn't have a chance to bring them out tonight. I'll show them probably next week or whatever.
Mine are in
But
the
he
shop.
sent me a little woodworking thing that he made for me, but unfortunately, it did not make the travel. I didn't know what it was, so I told James to send me a picture of what it was, and maybe I could glue it back together. And he did. He sent me a picture of what it was supposed to be, and lo and behold, I was able to put it back together. And when I put it back together, I sit there and I showed my wife and sit there and laugh. You know, I'm always asking, for thumbs. First off, I'm going to have to put myself on.
You got a thumbs up.
You
got a thumbs up.
Or maybe a thumbs down. Whoa.
There it is. Awesome. That's awesome.
Neat.
Yep, that's what James Parker sent me.
That came out neat.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and I didn't. There were so many pieces of it, I didn't know what it was. But when he sent me the picture, I was able to reconstruct it. And yes, it is a big thumbs up.
Cool. That is so cool.
There you go.
Yes.
So thank you, James. I appreciate that so very much. Every piece was in there, so I was able to reconstruct it without too much of a problem, especially since you sent me the picture of what it was supposed to look like. But yeah, isn't that cool? Big thumbs up from my friend James. James.
Cool.
Big thumbs up.
Up your nose.
Oh, they're talking about Skinwalker Ranch out there. Oh.
Yep.
They're talking about.
So anyway, so thank you, James Parker. And yes, I got the magazines that you sent me, and mine are better than what you sent to Al. So I appreciate you sent me the better ones.
That's why he's showing it to you. See,
they're hentai.
So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Jim Dockrell says his proctologist has one of those.
Time in the design of that, and it was very fragile, and he placed it in between the three magazines, and he put some other stuff in there with it, but unfortunately, UPS, FedEx, whoever sent it, Federal Mail, it was literally broke. I would say this thing was in like 10 pieces. And I haven't glued it to the base. The base made it solid, but literally the other part was like 10 pieces broken. And but once he sent me the picture of what this was, then I was able to.
That is really cool. I like that.
Reassemble. Yes, and thank you, James Parker. Thank you.
And speaking of thumbs up, as Jim said,
it is so.
Hey, Al.
Pandemonium Outbreak.
It is so fantastic to have friends out there like James Parker that will send you stuff like that. And you know yourself, Al, he sent you some of the stuff.
Yes. Yes.
It's so fantastic to have friends out there will send you stuff, and I appreciate it. I do appreciate each and every one of you who are out there. Brooks Martin, Brian Warner, all you Aussie man. I appreciate you so much every week coming out here. I'm sorry we didn't have more of an entertaining show tonight. I was actually going to cancel it. And my wife said, no.
Paul will complain if you can't.
Get out of my hair for a while.
Are they not entertained?
Well, that's the reason that's the reason somebody put, this is what Pandemonium Outbreak is all about. Yes, this is exactly what Pandemonium Outbreak is all about, is because we didn't have anything tonight And sometimes I feel that if we don't come online and have a show, people get upset. I have got emails and just said, just come on and do what we do. And so
Is Bill giving you a hard time? Is that what it is?
no, it's not that. It's just somebody put up there, is this what Pandemonium Outbreak is all about?
No,
And yes, it is. It's
Bill
because
probably is the cause of it.
I try very hard to get people on here every week. But when you've been doing this, what is this, 8 years? When you've been doing this for 8 years, you start running out of YouTubers. Now, I did talk to Ken Moon. Ken Moon wants to come on, and he said it might be next week. He especially he said definitely couldn't do it this week, but he sent me a thing. Then Tyler Dalton, he's a scroll saw guy, the artesian pirate. Very good. I'm waiting to see. I've been begging him for almost 2 years to get a camera and stuff and come and be on our show. So we're going to have Tyler Dalton, artesian pirate is going to be on this show here in the next week or so. So yes, and I specifically say we are looking for people that are out there watching the show tonight. And if you want to be on the show, all you have to email or contact Al or Paul or Donald or Jim or Dick. Contact one of us, and we would love to have you on the show. So Ben's handcrafted wood shop, and he said it all. It's because we all plan our Saturday around this show.
Wow.
That's a sad thing.
Thank you so very much for saying that. And I tell you what, I appreciate that so much. I've had other people say that exact same thing, that if I tell them that we're not going to have a show, they have nothing to do on a Saturday night. And I'm like, really? But I appreciate, you don't understand how that makes me feel. So
how much of a difference your
and
contribution makes? Wait a second.
Jeff Walsma, I want to get with you too. I want to have you here on the show again. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of turning lately. He's been doing his own live videos on turning. He's been turning a lot of bowls and everything else. So Jeff, here in the next few weeks, I'll be contacting you, and we'll set up to have you back on the show about your turning, because I've been watching your turning, and you are getting very good, very, very good. So we'll have you on here too, also, Jeff. So just let me know. In the next 2 weeks, it's either going to be Ken Moon or Tyler Dalton, and then we can work maybe Jeff Walsma in on with his turnings. So I've been watching.
There's Jimbo out there.
Huh?
There's Jimbo out there.
Yeah, I'd love to have James Parker back again. James, are you up for it?
Yeah, Jimbo.
James, you up for doing another show and talking about some of your scroll saw stuff?
Thanks, Carl. That really is cool. Thank you.
What was that?
Then he says, when there's no show, I don't have a reason to kick the wife out of my office.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
This show is not rated for wife viewing. No, it is. Yeah, all the wives.
Jim Dockrell was just said, Russ had me on, so you know the bar is pretty low. No, Jim, we would love to have you back on the show. Here's the point.
Jimbo says yes.
There is 6 of us here tonight. If you don't contact one of us 6 and say, I'd like to be on the show next week, it's your fault, not ours.
But we'll gladly take your request.
Yes, we would gladly take your request. So when you just sit back and say, well, they didn't ask me. Well, I'm not asking anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's 6 of us here. You can contact Al or Paul or Jim or Dixon or Donald, and we will all entertain on bringing you on.
Maybe not Donald. I don't think Donald has a phone in his shop. Do you, Donald?
Donald will pass it on to Mr. Clarity and let him handle things.
Oh.
Has anybody, I know Brenda's not on here tonight. Has anybody talked to Brenda in the last few days?
No, I haven't. Just the postings on her page is all I've seen.
Yeah, I will get in contact with her tomorrow. I haven't talked to her in the last couple of days.
I saw
look,
her little head
and
pop
here,
up on-
is it not like we're all in such a, how do you want to say it, mind working communication between all of us? Because as soon as I said that, what pops up?
Mental institution? Is that what you're trying to?
What pops up is people are asking, how is Brenda doing? And I just mentioned it, and it pops up in the feed.
Actually, it's a delay, Russ. Sorry.
Hey, Al, are you sitting in the first class seat there?
Yes. Yeah, I had to go back to
Al, I would like to say something to you, but it's not going to be proper in front of all these people.
Yes, Captain. Yeah, I decided to just come to 7 Forward and sit here and sit in the booth.
Ryan Hunter said, send her our love and prayers. Yes. Brenda can use all the love and prayers she can get.
Yeah, I saw her.
So y'all sit there and sit. I was in tears literally last week, and y'all were like I broke up. I can't help it.
And resting tonight.
I can't help it. There's something about when you care about somebody, when you love somebody, and I do love Brenda. I will tell you, my wife is not jealous in any way. She loves Brenda. She literally cares about her. And when you talk about somebody that is going through what she's going through, you just can't help but choke up. I'm sorry. It just happens. That's a fault of mine, and I've been told that's a fault of mine. My kids even say sometimes, Dad, you get too choked up over things. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. That's the concern I have about people. So,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I didn't mute my phone.
Anyway, we're gonna try to have Ken Moon and Tyler Dalton on in the next week or so. So I'm looking for people. Jeff Walsma, you said you would be on, and
Jimbo said too.
I got him. That's 3 weeks now. We got filled. We'll just have to figure out which one's going to go in which place. Jeff, I want to tell you, this guy has started his own little thing on his own channel where he is turning bowls and doing a lot of turning on his own channel, his own live. He will come on live, in other words, times during the day. And I have watched a few of them, and I'm very impressed. I have tried to turn myself, so he's learning and creating some very cool stuff. So watch Jeff Walsma over on Facebook, and I think he's going between different platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and whatever. But yes, I've been he's turned some really nice stuff lately, and so watch him over there. He posts that he's doing live all the time, and he said, and Instagram. He's doing it on Instagram. So the Dutchman's Wood Shop, Wood Shack. Yeah, the Dutchman's
Yeah,
wood shack.
Yeah, Woodchuck. I've got his URL on YouTube, but let's see. Here's YouTube, and I'm going to go to Facebook because I know he does some things.
He's saying he does it on Thursdays, and he's not doing as much as he used to. But anyway, so yeah, and I'll get him on Jeff. So you're another one that I've got lined up in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we'll get you on.
You can always get Steve Good on too. He's always good.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask Steve Good about that the other day. He's got a lot of things going on. Have you noticed when he puts out his new patterns, he's got a 3-dimensional thing that shows you how the pattern goes together?
And they're animated. Yeah.
I'm like,
Really?
all right, how did he do that?
He must have got some new software or something.
Yeah, because he'll show you the pattern and then how it goes together in a little animated software. I'm like, you are too much, Steve Good. Come on, give me a break. Jeff Walsma said, I need more people for a live YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, YouTube changed their specifications as to they won't let you go live on YouTube unless you have so many subscribers. Or
how many is it now these days?
Huh?
I think it's 1,000. It's 1,000 to monetize.
No, to go live. Yeah,
and it has to, and you have to have so many watch hours too.
Yeah.
Right.
What about to go live?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Yes. All right. First off, Al, let's go down the list. Al.
Yes.
What you got going on in your shop? What have you been doing? What's going on?
I've been cleaning the shop. My shop is piled high with hoarding goodies of woodworkers and crafters and makers and mechanics and all sorts of electronics and stuff like that. So what I've been doing is making shelves. Not making shelves. I made a shelf and straightening and stuff. I'm thinking of having a feature where I have a video that comes out, and the video is called "What's in the Box," and I'm going to take a box, and I'm going to take the stuff out of the box and see what's in the box. You know, trash or treasure. I don't know. It's just a thought. You know, I got a lot of boxes.
Yeah, but are you going to throw anything out?
Well, you know, who knows? I might
He didn't answer that.
No, he didn't answer.
On eBay. I might put it on eBay. There's a compromise, right?
Show your picture on your phone.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
All right, Paul, what's going on?
The only thing I've been doing is making tires for RC cars for my son-in-law, and I got another one on the printer right now. Just kind of playing around with it because I've never tried it, so it worked kind of good.
I have got to try that just for the hell of it. I really do. I have to try it just for the hell of it.
Well, I read somewhere that TPU, which is the filament I'm using, doesn't work good with a Bowden type printer. And I've got mine as a Bowden printer, but it seems to be working just fine.
Yeah, because it's rubbery. It
is. It's real rubbery.
Yeah, when I made my tires the last few weeks, but you know what I'm talking about. Yep. Mine is a direct drive, so it actually takes and pulls it. I guess it's pulling it to a certain extent. It depends on what part of the filament you're on.
Did you use TPU or did you use PETG?
It was TPU.
TPU.
Yeah, it was TPU. It was 85% hardness, I think.
Yeah, but now what's the temperatures you're using on your printer?
I'm using 228 on the nozzle and 0 on the bed.
See,
I don't have any bed heat on at all, and 228 on the nozzle. Does that sound right, Dixon?
Yeah, and years ago when I did it with the extruder, the feeder, I had to take I got a Bowden tube, so I took the polyflow and I nipped it at the shape of a V, and then I fed that right up against that gear. That way it won't wrinkle up there.
Yeah,
that helps. Yeah. That helps a lot if you use a Bowden tube.
I was
Don't use
surprised with no bed heat how well that stuff sticks to the bed.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was just curious. Are you what was I going to ask? Now, darn it. Not the flow. Oh yeah, the feed rate. You're running about 40% only, right? Real slow.
I don't know because I just took whatever the default was when I in Cura when I changed it to TPU. I just
Sure.
ran it whatever the default was.
Okay, they'll if you did it in the auto mode, that's what I do with my when it's not direct drive, you have to run it. I can only run at a speed of 40. Real
Yeah,
slow.
it doesn't
and then
move very fast.
Yep, it's 40, then it's set at 40, and then it comes out really good.
Yeah.
Jim, what's going on?
Well, today was like the first nice day up here. So I haven't really been out in the shop that much. I did get a new drill press, so it's a tabletop unit. It's pretty nice. It's got the little laser beam things that cross where the drill's going to come down at, a light on it, and the bed doesn't slip like my dad's old stand-up one. But yeah, so I've been making toys for the grandkids and stuff. I did get one thing I wanted to ask you guys about tonight is have you ever tried those little sanding strips that you use with your scroll saw?
No.
Yes.
I never have.
How good
But
do they
they're a
work?
piece of, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to sand the toys down so they don't look like a 2-year-old cut them out on a bandsaw.
Well, the sanding strips do work, but it's only for not shaping, but for smoothing out rough areas. So if you're trying to use them to shape something, then you're
Go to Harbor Freight and buy a 1-inch belt sander.
yeah.
It's
too
a 1
big for
by
these
30
toys.
belt sander.
Yeah,
No,
it's too big for the
I
toys.
think I know what he's trying to do, but my point is those things work and they're great, but they're only for like if I like have a piece and there's some rough edges along the inside that I need to straighten out on that piece, they will work great for that. If you're trying to shape something, forget it.
Just trying to smooth it out. That's all I need.
You can
to
try
get the
them,
saw
yes,
marks
and they
off
work.
of it.
They work, and they work great for smoothing the pieces out. But if you're trying to shape something, forget it.
Nope, not trying to do that.
All right, so then yes, I would say buy some of them and try them. Yeah,
I did. They just got here in the mail today, so tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say they're cheap. They're not that expensive, and they work great for smoothing stuff out. I've used a few of them when you get into intricate pieces that you like made a cut and the round edge is not round like you want it to do. You can go put those in there and round it out a little bit better. But for if you like really screw up and need to shape something, they don't work.
No,
It seems like I read someplace that you can take like a number 7 blade and epoxy a piece of wood where the just real thin wood or formica or something like that, where the teeth are, and then use adhesive sandpaper and put self-adhesive sandpaper on it, and that works real well. Just put it in like you would any other blade, and
maybe like a nail file would work too.
Yeah, that might work.
I
do
use
that to a blade.
Now, if you want to go in that direction, the nail, like the girls that use the nail files for their nails to find, you can buy those in the packets, like they're 6 or 8 inches long.
Emery boards.
And you can actually cut. Yes, there you go.
Dixon does his nails.
Now you can put them and take a razor blade and cut them into strips that are thinner, like a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch, and get them into places to do that.
Yeah, that's a good
thing.
idea too.
Your woodworking tip for the evening.
There you go.
But yes, that women's nails files. I took them. You can use them as whole, I've cut them into 1/8 inch. I've cut them into 1/4 inch. I've cut them into half inch. Just take a razor blade, lay them on the table, and just
Yep.
cut them whatever width you need, and you can use them in sanding on the inside pieces, and they work fantastic. And they're cheap as crap. You can buy like 20 of them for like $3-4 or whatever.
And that's why Nancy is upset with Russ.
Because she can never find her nail. Yeah, I'm always stealing them and cutting them up.
Just
Yeah,
make sure.
Dixon, what are you doing? What are we going on?
Backing off on the computer stuff in the summer when it gets nice out. I like to back off on all the computer programming and 3D printing. I've been doing a Jeep build. There's the mattress and the drawers on the bottom. You can sleep in it if you're 6'1", you'll be able to sleep in it.
Ah, darn.
That's looking to the back, and this is looking forward. I was watching TV there. There's a little TV screen there, and I got the saddlebags and everything. And just now I've been working on the 7 inserts on a grill of a Jeep Wrangler. I'm working on the 7 inserts. I'm making them look like diamond plate to match some of the graphics I'm putting on my Jeep right now. I just did the door handles today, and then I did the Sahari Wrangler emblem on the side, and I think I'm gonna do the sides. I'm gonna splash something on there in red diamond plate, either that or 2 pine trees and a deer, and then maybe some geese flying on each side. But this has been kicking my butt. This is hard to do. Putting this diamond plate on the inserts. It looks really nice in the sun. Doesn't look too cool here, but I'm getting there.
I just want you to know, Dixon, I love to hate you.
I have 2 of them done so far.
I know when he shows all this crap that he's 3D printing and everything, I love to hate you. I really do love to hate you. It's like, and I will honestly say, anytime I've had a problem, I've sent him an email or sent him a text or whatever, and he will give me his advice. And I won't say 100% of the time, because there's one time you failed me, but 99.9% of the time he is 100%
He's always
accurate.
going to remember that one time you failed him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. Dixon is at 3D printing. I will tell you, this is the master. This is the go-to guy. If you got a question, and I don't want to inundate him from everybody from outside, but yeah, Dixon has it going on. Will everybody agree with me? Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Dixon, this
ain't never done me wrong.
And I do. I know you have given me a wealth of knowledge to me more than I've given you back, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Donald, what's going on? I know you sent some crazy pictures about pine cones and stuff, and you were trying to adjust your camera this week.
Well, right now I'm working on a tool review. I got another one to do, start on this week after I get done with that one. So not a whole lot going on in the shop.
Okay, tell me about the chainsaw with a battery.
Oh yeah, the Sirocco chainsaw. It's a 10-inch chainsaw. It's got a 20-volt battery in it, 4.0, whatever recharger and all that.
Have you really put it to the test? I mean, have you really cut some stuff up? I mean, that's really
that big. Well, I've got it on a video. That big log, that's sweet gum. That's some pretty hard wood. It did fine with that. The only problem with it is you got to remember it's a battery operated chainsaw. It cutting through something that hard is going to drain that battery quick. So you got to charge it up. But you take an hour break, come back out, the battery's charged back up. It's a quick charge system.
what you're
And
trying to say is you have to realize what you have. It's not
exactly.
like plugged into 110. Yeah,
It's not a gasoline chainsaw. It's not
yeah,
and be done with it. You got to work with it a little bit, but it
right.
will do it. As far as trim it, what it's really made for is to prune trees and stuff like that. Some of the heavier
Right,
branches, it works wonders there.
right.
But if you go
Yeah,
try to cut through logs with it and stuff like that,
it,
you'll it's not going to have the power the length time wise as you might would hope for.
right. It reminds me of I bought the Ryobi, the big 40-volt battery
Mm.
blower. I have we have oak trees around, and during the fall and whatever, we have lots of leaves. They fall on my roof, and I have to go up there and blow them off. I had an electric blower. It was older, and it just wasn't doing the job. But I had since I have been buying some Ryobi products, they sent
Mm.
me a gift certificate, and I decided to try their Mac Daddy 40-volt Ryobi blower, and it's fantastic. I mean, I got up on the roof and it was like a hurricane, man. I was blowing crap off. I mean, like,
Whoa!
yeah. But the problem being is the battery didn't last quite as long as I thought it should have. So I complained to Ryobi that Ryobi sent me another damn battery. I told him, I said, this thing only lasts for like a short period of time. I didn't get what I figured I was going to get out of it. And I complained to Ryobi and they sent me another battery. So
And
between the two batteries, I get the whole back side of my house blowed off. So, and I was
that's the
really
thing.
shocked. Go ahead.
That's the thing you got to remember about them. The battery packs, the batteries, when they start getting down to about half full, you got to remember they're not pushing as much power to that machine, so it kind of starts slowing down about midway,
Right,
and
right.
I mean, that's just what it does.
But I was actually shocked when I complained on their
That's the
website
nature of the
about
beast.
it didn't last as long as I thought it would, that they sent me another battery for free. I was like, no way. I was like, this thing don't last near as long as I thought it would or whatever. And I said, I'm going to have to buy another battery for $100. Those batteries aren't cheap. The
Nope,
dang
they're
battery
not.
for that thing was like $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so now I'm going to have to buy another $100 to get the backside of my house blown off and everything. The next thing I know, we have listened to your request and we understand your problem and everything. And we were responding and lo and behold, within about 3 or 4 days, I got another battery brand spanking new for free. And I'm like, well, holy crap. They do
Dang.
listen to people.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, but
that one I have no
it is.
complaints. Or it did what I expected it to do, a little bit more than I expected it to do, and you can't ask for no more than that.
Right, exactly. No, and like I think you said when you bought it, it originally was bought for like it's supposed to be like tree trimming, like just keeping your
Tree
yard up or
trimming,
whatever.
cutting down small growth trees. It
Right,
is not meant for what I was cutting it for. You're not going if
right.
you plan on cutting down big huge trees with it, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
surprised. I was honestly surprised that it went through that big log of
And I know I watched that
sodium I got.
video. I was like, holy crap! It was like,
And that last cut I did, the power went out of it on the last inch. Which before that I'd already cut off a couple of blanks, bowl blanks off of it. So I mean, it did what it's supposed to do.
yep. All right, guys, we're out of here tonight. I will get with you, Jeff Walsma, about being on in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're looking at Ken Moon, Tyler Dalton, and then I'll get with Jeff about being on here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry we didn't have anybody tonight. I hope we entertained you. I appreciate you all for being out there. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Al.
I was
Thank
entertained
you,
as they
Paul.
weren't.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Dixon. Thank you, Don. I'm hoping and praying. I know Brenda wasn't on here tonight. I haven't talked to her in the last few days. I've been really busy doing some things. And so I'm hoping and praying to God that she is doing good and responding good to the medication and the treatments that she is doing. I pray for Brenda on a daily basis. I'm hoping and praying that the Lord will work miracles and will have her around for several more years. I don't want to miss her. Let's put it that way. So thank you all for watching. Listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy. Get off your butt, get out there, if nothing else, turn the belt sander on and put a piece of wood on, sling some sawdust around the shop.
Sing it, Russ.
Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. God
You don't
bless
have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Live long and prosper. What he
We
said.
don't have Chris to say that tonight. So
What he said.
yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.